What's going on, guys? My name's Josh, and in today's video we're going to be going over an early round guide for the brand new Cold War Zombies map Firebase Z. Now just keep in mind this is an early guide, so some things may change throughout time as stuff gets added or stuff gets changed in the game, so just keep that in mind. But for the main part, most of everything should remain the same. So to start off, we're going to start off with just the first couple rounds. So once you spawn in, you're going to land at the helicopter, go talk to a Ravenov, and then you're going to chill out at spawn. I recommend staying in spawn until about round 4, round 5. That way you build up a few points, but you don't want to wait too long because you need to go turn on the reactors, and the reactors revolve kills. So if you wait too long, the zombies are going to be pretty strong. So you want to get to the reactors really as soon as you can. So once you go through the portal, you're going to arrive in the main part of the base. Once at the main part of the base, I recommend going immediately to the right and going to the far right reactor. The reason I recommend going to this one first, this reactor has Juggernog. So you want to go ahead and kill your zombies, get the reactor on, and then go grab Jug. That way you already have extra health. It'll make turning on the rest of the reactors a little bit easier. And to turn on the reactors, you just go up to it, hold square, X or F, whatever you are, whatever console you're on. And then you just have to get a few zombie kills around the reactor. The reactor is pretty easy to fill up. It does take damage, but it takes very little damage, so you should have no problem getting the reactor filled up. Now once you have the first reactor turned on, you want to go turn on the next reactor, and you can do this in any order for the rest of these two. I just went to the middle one first just because it was a little bit closer, and so you're just going to run up there, do the same thing as you did in the first part, turning on the first reactor. You're going to run in there, turn it on, and get zombie kills. This reactor has speed cola next to it. If you want to go ahead and grab that, you can. I would wait. You already have Jug, and you want to save your points for turning on the other reactors. Once you have this reactor finished, you just want to head over to the last reactor and do the exact same thing. Turn it on, get a few zombie kills, and now you have all the reactors on, and now the power's on, and now Pack-a-Punch is unlocked as well. Now you want to be careful because it's going to tell you to go back to spawn so you can get Pack-a-Punch unlocked. You don't have to go right away, and as you can see in my instance, I went right away and I had a couple mimics spawn. So just want to watch out for that, because if they do spawn, you don't want to go through straight back to spawn, because spawn is pretty hectic, and dealing with zombies and mimics there can kind of be a pain. So I would wait towards the end of the round. Once you've killed the rest of the zombies and leave one zombie and killed the mimics, then you can go back to spawn. Once you're at spawn, you can run up to the Pack-a-Punch. Pack-a-Punch is right there. You'll have it unlocked. If you want to go ahead and Pack-a-Punch, you can. To the left of the Pack-a-Punch, you will have the Wonder Fizz machine, where you can buy any of the perks. Again, I recommend not buying any perks right now unless you have a lot of points. So you do have a lot of points, maybe just start by getting quick revive so you heal your health faster. And then also to the left as well, you have the armor stand where you can upgrade your gun and buy armor. So if you want to go ahead and do that, you can. But other than that, I wouldn't really stay in spawn that long. So once you have everything done that you need to get done there, I would go ahead and head back to the main part of the base. Now once you're at the main part of the base, I recommend working toward getting the new wonder weapon, the Ray K84. There's two ways you can do this. The first way is building the Ray K. There are a couple guides out on YouTube. I will link one down in the description if you want to do it that way. I actually recommend doing the challenge podium to get the Ray K. The challenge podium is located right in the middle of the map. I recommend doing this because it's a little bit easier, in my opinion, to get it this way. Because doing the building, you have to wait till after round 15 when the manglers spawn, because you have to kill one of the manglers and then grab that part. So I recommend doing the challenge podium because most of the time you can get the Ray K before round 15. So you already have it. So when the manglers start spawning, they're way easier to kill this way. And also when you do this as well, is you can get a free gun, because every time I've done it, I've gotten it either the first or second time. So what you do is just go up to the challenge podium, start it, and then get it all the way up to legendary tier, and then go claim it. Like I said, you may not get it the first time, but you'll either get a free perk, a purple Pack-a-Punch gun, or the Ray K. So either way, on these early rounds, it works out really well. If you don't get the Ray K, you're most likely going to get the Pack-a-Punch gun, which will help you to do more challenges. Just knock those challenges out. Like I said, you can normally have the Ray K by round 13 or 14 already done. At this point, you'd also have a lot of points saved up. So you can go back to spawn, go ahead and Pack-a-Punch it. And this gun is absolutely incredible. So I really recommend doing this strategy to get it. Again, like I said, if you don't want to do it this way, you can build it, but you're not going to be able to get it until after round 15 or 16 if you do it that way. So now at this point, we're into the middle parts of the map, or the middle parts of the game. So we're looking at rounds 10 to 15 to 20. And this is where the game does start to get a little bit more challenging. Your zombies are going to have more health. But if you've done the previous steps and gotten the Ray K, you should have no problem killing through zombies, especially if you get it double Pack-a-Punch or triple Pack-a-Punch. This gun absolutely shreds. It has bullet pins, so it'll go through. Also, I really recommend running Ring of Fire, so when you do get the big guys to spawn, once you kind of get to those upper 20s, they do take a little bit more to kill. Just pop a Ring of Fire. You can literally one-shot, two-shot the bosses. Also, starting around round 13, round 15, you will start getting the defense waves. The way the defense waves work is for that round, you will have to go to a certain area on the map. There'll be a big icon that tells you exactly where to go. When you get there, you can purchase either a cruise missile, an artillery strike, or a napalm for free. It'll give it to you. And it's basically a wave defense or a tower defense type scenario. So you're poached at the top, and you'll have 3 portals spawn where the zombies will come through. This is honestly really easy, especially if you have the Ray K at this point. And like I said, it does give you the napalm or an artillery or a cruise missile for free. So I recommend just using that when you have a bunch of hordes, when there's 2 hordes coming through at the same time. Just put it right there in the middle, drop the napalm or the whatever you have, and it will absolutely shred through them. Also recommend if you do have your Ring of Fire saved up, make sure you have that. And if you do start getting kind of overwhelmed, because they're going to attack the kind of main control center right there, there'll be an icon on it that you're trying to defend. Only you have to do if they start kind of overwhelming you is just run up to that thing, drop a Ring of Fire. That will kill the zombies basically as soon as you get there, and you should have no trouble getting through the defense. So after you're completing your first defense round, you should be getting like to a good point in the game where you have a lot of points. At this point, I recommend going and buying all your perks if you have enough money, or getting up to triple pack-a-punch on your gun. I just recommend doing this. It'll make you much stronger. You'll have a better chance at living. The triple pack-a-punch gun, honestly, you can kind of put that off because the Ray K is really, really good. So the double pack will do fine forever. So I would recommend getting all of your perks first, and once you have enough points, going and getting the triple pack. Then at this point, I recommend training at the helipad area. So this is right where you come out of the portal and where the challenge podium is. This area is really wide open. You have a lot of room to run around and train. And this is what I recommend doing probably for the next 15 to 25 rounds until you get up into the upper 20s. I recommend doing this strategy. It's super easy. Just run around and just make sure you constantly keep moving and kind of keep an eye out where you are. There's not a lot of places you can get trapped, and so those boxes off to the side there, you can actually jump on top of those. So if you were to get trapped, you can jump up there and kind of escape. So that's also another nice thing about this area. And just keep moving. You will start getting around round 15. You will start getting the Mangler spawns and a lot more Mimic spawns. But with the Ray K, you should absolutely destroy these guys. You should have no issue whatsoever. And just keep moving. The Mimics, honestly, are not that bad to deal with. Just shoot them in the head and keep moving. And just make sure you're constantly moving while you shoot. If you do stop, they will grab you and pull you in. But honestly, even if they do that, just drop your Ring of Fire. You should kill the zombies around you. You can one-shot them. And then just keep moving. Same thing with the Manglers. They are a little bit stronger. Make sure you are shooting them in the head, knock off their helmet. And then they are much easier to kill. But like I said, just keep moving, constantly moving around. You should have no issues training in this area. It's a very wide open area. And yeah, just keep doing that, and that should carry you through the next couple of rounds. Once you get to like around 20, you should start getting another. You should get another wave. And the way the defense waves work, it's about every 5 rounds or so you'll get one. And so when that happens, just run back over to the area. You're gonna do the same defense as you did previously. Kill all the zombies. That'll end the round. You'll move on to the next round, and then just go back to the middle and start training. Another nice thing to keep in mind is when you kill the Manglers and the Mimics, they most of the time drop ammo and armor plates. So it's really nice because the Ray K melts them, and then they'll drop a lot of ammo, so you can just run back over them, pick up ammo, and just keep doing the same thing over and over. There is a equipment station right there at the helipad, and then if you go out the middle part to the left in that barracks, there's an armor station as well. So keep that in mind. If you run out of shield or you want to buy a chopper gunner or something like that, you can do that really easily at those 2 places. I would recommend just waiting until the end of the round so that way you don't get cornered, especially at those 2 little stations. They're kind of in weird spots, and you could get trapped really easily if you try to do that mid-round. So I would wait until the end of the round, or when you only have 1 or 2 zombies left, to go refill your armor and buy equipment. But other than that, I would just keep staying at the helipad area, running a good train. You should have plenty of armor, perks, points. If you want to at this point, you should have a ton of points. If you want to go upgrade your second weapon and get that up to legendary tier, you can do that. That way, if you want to work on ranking up camos for a gun, you can also do that training in this area. But keep the Ray K on you for the big bosses. It should melt through them, like I said. Or if you just want to use the Ray K the other time, just do that. Unfortunately, I do not think the ray gun is in this map, so the Ray K is your only like really good wonder weapon. So just keep that in mind. But it absolutely shreds. It has a ton of ammo. And yeah, so just keep running this train in this area, and that honestly should carry you easily through round 25. Once you get to round 25, you will start getting dog spawns, but we'll be talking about more about that in the upper mid-round video that I'll be making soon. But for the main part, you have made it now through the first 25 rounds on the new map. And if you want to, you can keep doing the challenge podium as well, as you just keep going up the rounds, even if you already have the Ray K. If you're a completionist, when you do these, it will give you intel. You can also just get stuff like max ammos, double points, fire cells, any of those good items that you kind of want, especially later rounds, especially max ammos. So just keep that in mind. Most of the challenges are pretty easy, although I do recommend if you get one that says stay in an area, they're not really worth doing. They don't really give you a lot of upgrade, and they kind of get you killed a lot of times because they're in pretty small areas. So I would only stick to the ones that involve killing if that's what you want to do, but you don't have to do that. That's just completely optional. But other than that, that's really the main part of these early rounds. Just get your Ray K, get set up, get your points, and then just train in the helipad. That should easily take you through the first 25 rounds. Just remember, every about 5 rounds or so, you will get the defense waves where you need to go over and kill the zombies. Again, those should be super easy. If you want to, there's a stand right there at each one where you can buy napalms or cruise missiles or artillery strikes. So buy those, use those to help you out. If you want to, on your way over there, when you have one of those defense waves, stop by a equipment table, buy a chopper gunner. If you have one of those, you will absolutely destroy through those hordes. It makes it super easy. That's all there is to it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did find it useful, please leave a like. And I will be making a guide for upper rounds coming soon, so keep an eye out for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.